Matthew Harrington with Dell Technologies. Today I'm going to cover adding workbooks into your log analytics workspaces. I'm going to focus on Support Assist Enterprise. So if you have the Support Assist Enterprise client on your Dell endpoints, the information it collects, you could have that information displayed within your log analytics workspaces. The first thing you have to do is go to this web page and then download all of this code into a zip file. Once it's been downloaded, you'll have the payload that looks similar to this one. You can see here we have workbooks and then we have PowerShell scripts, and they correspond to one another. I'm going to be focusing on these two. So in order to add your workbook into log analytics, the first thing you have to do in log analytics space, which is very simple. You just hit create. You have to either create a new resource group or use an existing one and then give it a name. I've already done this, so I'm not going to do it a second time, but then you just say create. Once you have it, it looks something like this. And then you come down to your workbooks. You have to say new workbook, but the way to get the workbook file in there is you right click here. I open with Notepad++. I do a Control A and Control C to copy. So I have all of that data copied. You say new workbook, and you have to hit the advanced editor button. When you click this, you come down here and you say select all and then Control V to paste. I've already done this, so when I look at my workbook, you can see here I come into edit. Here's the advanced, and here's all of the same code that we have in Notepad++. And because I already have the Support Assist client built and deployed to machines, I could then come into my workbooks, and you can see here I have a Latitude 9330. This video is not going to cover building the Support Assist package. That has to be done, and it has to be deployed on systems, and it has to have run. It has to do a full scan. Now, how do we get this data into this particular workbook? That is actually done from the PowerShell scripts. So if we come back here, here's a PS1 script, and it's right here. The only thing you have to do, again, here's the gentleman who wrote all this for us, our coworker in Europe. The only thing you have to enter in this script are these two lines right here: the customer ID and the shared key. And the customer ID is actually the workspace ID. And I'm going to show you how to get this information right here. You come back to your log analytics workbook or workspace, and you click under settings, you click on agents. Under agents, you hit this little down arrow, and right there, the workspace ID, you copy this. We come to our PowerShell script and you put it right here. We come back here and you take your primary key and you copy this, and then this is your primary key. You then save this file, and it has to run on each machine that has the Support Assist agent installed on it. You can set up a scheduled task so it runs, once a day or once a week, whatever you want. But once it's run, it's collecting the data from Support Assist, and you can see this is, if we come all the way down to the bottom, it is quite a few lines of code, well over 1,000 lines of code. And it works, as we can see, because I have my data showing up. Now, This same process works for all of the workbooks that you find here, including Dell Command Update. Same thing. You right click, you say edit, you copy all of the data, you come back to Dell Command Update that you've already created. You have your DCU information. If I say edit, advanced, there's all the information that you put in. And then when we run this one, we say workbooks, DCU, let's look back, say, I don't know, 30 days. I only have a couple machines in my lab. I want all data, and you can see information right here. So here's precision information. I have a latitude, my 9330, and it shows up here. Let's say you were in an environment that had 20,000 endpoints and you had 20,000 computers running Dell Command Update. This could get pretty unwieldy. And if you want to drill down even deeper, because this information right here is really good. I mean, it has the driver description, the service tag, the download path for each specific driver. It's really, really useful information. And there's different graphs down here with different information in them. If you wanted to drill down even deeper, let's say you wanted to find just precisions that need a BIOS update because you want to target those specifically. Let's say it's some 0-day exploit that you want to patch immediately, but you don't want to patch everything on the end systems. You want to trigger DCU to just apply updates for the BIOS. You want to know which ones need the BIOS. One thing within the log analytics world that they have is something called KQL, Custom Query Language. If you come up to logs right here and you click logs, you get to the query hub, which you could close. And then there's information that you could get directly. Like here, if I ran this, this is giving me, show me all Dell computers where the missing category is dock. And you can see here my latitude 9330 needs a dock update. If we wanted to find out, say, precisions that need a BIOS update, we have other code in here. We could say, where is it here? Right here. I could copy this. And I could just put it right in here. And then you can see here's a precision 7770. And what does it need? The driver missing category is BIOS. Again, let's just say you had 1,000 7770s in your environment. And you wanted to patch just the BIOS because there's an exploit that it needed it immediately. This is how you could drill down within log analytics to get more specific information. And this could be exported, right? You could different varieties that you can export to. And then you can create a group if needed within Intune that you push, say, a PowerShell script out that says run DCU CLI.exe with apply updates and specify that you just want the BIOS and firmware and things like that. So it's really powerful stuff. We have to thank this gentleman right here, Sven, for doing all of this work because it's a great deal of programming that he's done. And it all works. You could create your own workspaces and you can get Dell Command Update, Support Assist, docking information, things of that nature. So hopefully this video was useful and I will see you next time.